Hey lovelies, welcome back to Gist Band TV, home of better hot gist. Imagine this, you're watching a movie and the actress starts crying so hard that the director has to stop the camera, not once, not twice, but for almost 15 minutes because she can't stop the tears. That actress is Sonia Uche, and that moment isn't fake. Those tears are coming straight from her soul, from pain she actually feels inside, and when everyone else is ready to move to the next scene, she's still sitting there shaking, trying to find her way back to real life. Crew members stand quietly, makeup artists hold tissues without knowing what to say, and even the toughest guys on set look away because it feels too private, too real. That's the kind of power she brings to every role, and that's exactly why her heartbreak scenes hit you like a truck. And because she gives so much emotion on camera, she gives even more off camera. After rapping at 3 a.m., when everybody is rushing to go sleep, Sonia stays behind in the dark corridor with the new girls who are scared they'll forget their lines tomorrow. She sits on the cold floor, voice soft like a mother, repeating the same dialogue again and again until those girls feel strong. No camera, no Instagram story, no "look at me being nice." She does it quietly, and some of those same girls now have big roles and big mouths, but they never mention who held their hand when nobody believed in them. That quiet kindness runs deep, so deep that before every single movie starts, Sonia locks herself somewhere private and prays for every single person on that set by name. She prays for the director's sick child, for the cameraman's family problem, even for the co-star who shaded her last week. She asks God to protect the movie, to give her strength, to make the story touch people's lives. And she never posts it, never brags, never uses it for image. Her faith is so pure it feels like a secret only heaven knows. But here's where it hurts, the same heart that prays for everyone keeps getting stepped on. Sonia will cancel her own plans, drive across town at midnight if someone says they need her, lie to protect somebody's image, take blame that isn't hers, just to keep peace. Yet when she's the one crying at 2 a.m., those same people's phones are suddenly on silent. She forgives fast, too fast, and people have learned they can hurt her and still come back tomorrow like nothing happened. That's why when Bryan Okwara went live and said, "Sonia has a room in my heart that nobody else can enter," the whole internet stopped breathing. He didn't say a friend. He didn't say colleague. He said a whole room, locked, key thrown away. One sentence turned best friend energy into something that feels like fire, and now everybody is watching, waiting, asking questions that nobody has answers to yet. And while fans are shipping and screaming, some of her regular on-screen boyfriends are quietly burning inside. They're wondering why Bryan gets to speak about her like she's gold, while they only get to post dry, great energy captions. The group chats are hot, the shade is flying, and the gentlemen are not feeling gentle at all. A big director once sat Sonia down and warned her, "Baby girl, stop opening your whole heart to people who only want pieces." He named names, real names, of smiling faces with hidden knives. She cried, thanked him, and still went back to answering those same people's calls at midnight. Her kindness feels like a superpower and a wound at the same time. That's the Sonia we love, the one who will bleed for you and still smile the next morning like nothing happened. She's teaching us that real queens don't need crowns, they just keep giving love even when it's not given back. Protect her heart, pray for her peace, and never forget, some people are working miracles, and Sonia Uche is one of them. If this touched you, do not leave without hitting that subscribe button and the bell, because the next story might just be the one that changes everything. See you in the next one, family. The real reason some producers now write Sonia Uche mandatory in their budget before they even finish the script. They know if her name is attached, investors sign faster, cinemas add extra screens, and the movie trends on Netflix Nigeria for weeks. She has become box office insurance without ever asking for the biggest paycheck. The day she turned down a 40 million naira endorsement because the brand once shaded dark-skinned women. She quietly sent them a polite, "thank you," but no message and took a smaller job that celebrates natural beauty instead. The brand is still begging her people till today. How she secretly paid the hospital bill for a lighting guy's daughter during one production. The man only found out when he got to the counter and they told him, "Madam Sonia has settled everything, go home." He cried in front of the whole crew the next morning. The voice notes she sends to junior actresses at 5 a.m. before their big audition day, soft voice, speaking life, telling them, "You are enough," walk in there like the role was written for you. Some of them play it on repeat in the taxi on the way to the venue and end up booking the job. The fact that she still keeps a small notebook where she writes down every single person who has ever helped her, from the driver who waited in the rain to the makeup artist who covered her pimples on a bad skin day. Every year on December 31st she calls or sends gifts to every name in that book, no matter how big she has become. The night she broke down in her car after reading hate comments calling her local and ras. Bryan Okwara was the one who found her, sat in the passenger seat for 2 hours, didn't say much, just played gospel music and passed tissue until she could breathe again. That was the night the room in his heart started getting built. How she once acted an emotional scene while running 39-degree fever. The director wanted to shut down, but she begged to finish because shutting down would cost the producer money she knew he didn't have. She nailed the scene in one take, then passed out the second they called cut. The footage is still used in acting classes as How to Dig Deep. The secret WhatsApp group called Sonia's Angels, made up of over 200 crew members, directors, assistants, drivers, caterers, who quietly look out for her on every set. If anybody tries to stress her, food disappears, chairs break, cables mysteriously stop working until the person behaves. The time a fan sent her a DM saying she wanted to end her life. Sonia called the girl immediately, spoke to her for 4 hours, paid for therapy sessions for 6 months, and still checks on her every week. The girl is now a university graduate and calls Sonia Big Sis in public. And finally, the prophecy an old prophet gave her mother years ago, your daughter will suffer for love, but her tears will open doors that money cannot open, and one day the whole nation will rise to protect her. Mama Uche still carries that paper in her Bible, and every time new drama drops, she just smiles and says, it has already been written. So family, this is bigger than gossip. This is a living legend who keeps choosing kindness in an industry that rewards wickedness. Keep watching her, keep praying for her, because girls like Sonia don't come twice. Remember that night on the set of My Village Wife, when power went out for 3 hours and everyone was angry, ready to go home. Sonia turned the dark location into a worship concert. She brought out her small speaker, played Sinak, and started singing Waymaker with that voice that sounds like angels borrowed it for a minute. One by one, the same crew that was cursing Nipper joined in. Even the generator man who had been drinking earlier started crying and gave his life to Christ that night. By the time light came back, people were speaking in tongues instead of complaining. The director later said that single night bonded the entire cast more than any team-building retreat ever could. Sonia never posted the video someone recorded, never used it for content. She just wiped her tears, smiled, and said, God just visited us, let's finish this movie. There was a junior actress who used to mock Sonia's prayer life behind her back, calling her Sister Holy Mary in group chats. When the girl's mother had stroke and needed 8 million naira for surgery, guess who paid everything without asking the girl to kneel or beg? Sonia sent the money through a mutual friend and told the friend, don't let her know it's from me, she's proud. The girl only found out months later when the hospital called to thank Madam Sonia Uche during a follow-up. She showed up at Sonia's house shaking, crying, asking for forgiveness. Sonia hugged her and said, I never had any gossip, baby. Come and eat jollof. That girl is now one of the loudest people defending Sonia online whenever trolls appear. Love will humble you quick. Sonia once lost a lead role to a bigger name because a producer wanted somebody with more followers. Instead of shading anybody, she congratulated the girl publicly and even sent her the character breakdown she had prepared, with notes, crying scenes, everything. 3 weeks into shooting, the bigger name started giving attitude and walked off set. Production shut down for 2 weeks, losing millions daily. Guess who the same producer called, begging on his knees at 1 a.m. Sonia accepted the role at half her original rate just to save her friend the director from going bankrupt. The movie ended up becoming one of the highest-grossing Nollywood films of that year. She never told the story until the director spilled it at the premiere Thanksgiving. That's how you win without fighting. She has a secret tradition. Every time she buys a new wig or Brazilian hair worth hundreds of thousands, she cuts the old one into 2 and gives it to 2 upcoming actresses who can't afford good hair yet. No pictures, no God bless me as I bless others, caption, just a quiet, use this one, it's still fine. Some of the biggest hair goals you see on red carpets right now are actually Sonia Uche's hand-me-downs. When one of the girls tried to tag her in appreciation, Sonia replied, "Delete it, let people think it's your money. Shine, baby." That's the kind of big sister the industry never deserved but desperately needs. During the #EndSARS protest, when most celebrities were posting black squares and running, Sonia was on the streets every day with a small backpack filled with water, pads, and first aid kits. She never posted one video. But protesters knew her. They formed a circle around her anytime things got hot because they knew the same girl crying in movies cries harder for strangers. One day police tear-gassed the crowd and she got hit directly. Instead of running, she carried a younger protester who had asthma on her back and walked through the smoke till they got to safety. That boy is now a popular skit maker and still calls her "Auntie Savior" in his videos. She laughs and tells him to stop embarrassing her. There's a certain A-list actor everybody knows likes her. He has shot over 10 movies with her and keeps buying her flowers on set. Sonia keeps collecting the flowers, giving them to the nearest female production assistant, and telling the guy, "Thank you, my sister will love this." She has turned the poor man to Florist Association of Nigeria. The whole industry is just watching in 4D, waiting for the day she will collect one bouquet and not redistribute it. Even the flower sellers now know that if this particular actor is buying, they must wrap 2 extra ones because, Madam Sonia go share. Love go humble person. When her father passed, some people spread rumors that she didn't attend the burial because she's too big now. Truth is, she was there every single day, cooking for hundreds of villagers, washing plates at night, sleeping on the floor with her siblings. She just didn't want cameras. When a blogger posted that she was in Dubai while her father was being buried, Sonia saw it, cried in her room, but never responded. Instead, she paid for 3 market women from her village to start small businesses and told them, "This one is from my daddy, don't mention my name." The blogger later found out the truth and deleted the post, but the damage was done. Sonia just posted her father's picture months later with the caption, "I miss you every day. Quiet dignity will always beat noisy lies." And finally, the real reason some of us believe that room in Bryan's heart is already occupied in both directions. Last month during a movie premiere, the red carpet host asked Bryan, "Who's your celebrity crush?" and the man froze, looked straight into the camera, and said, "Next question." The whole venue screamed because everybody knows the answer. Later that night, a video surfaced of Sonia laughing so hard in her car with the caption, "Some of una too like Okwara." When fans flooded her comments asking if she saw Bryan's interview, she posted a voice note singing, "I'm not moved by what I see," in the most playful tone. But those of us who know her know that shyness is her love language. The prophecy is loading, family. Just keep watching.